Hi everybody, my name is Suzanne Hiron from Mamie Papyrus. I'm from beautiful Ottawa, Canada, and I am thrilled to be part of such a talented group of stampers. Let's get started on this month's project. Hello, new to Stampin' Up! People. This month's mission, and I chose to accept it, was to use the new In Color collection for 2021 to 2023. The hard part was picking only two, but I did. I picked the soft succulent and the pale papaya to do my card. It also needed to be a fold, so I chose a very easy gate fold card with a belly band in vellum that you remove and open up the card. So this is I miss you, happy birthday. I miss so many people these days, but it is what it is with COVID, so this is the card I'm going to be sending to a very special friend. Let's get started. First we have the card base in pale papaya. So I will have all the measurements on my blog page that you can find to reproduce this project. So I'm going to burnish the folds that were at 2 1/8, and to make sure they're nice and even, you can just position it this way before you come in and press with your bone folder. That way you know they're really nicely lined up. So the folds are done. Now I'm going to apply a layer of soft succulent that I cut to 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. And again, all the measurements you'll find on my blog page. It's harder to work in 1/8 of an inch because it just is, I guess. But that's what you need to make it even with this gatefold. So I'm just going to position my layer here. I think these two colors go so well together. Oops. Get another. And since we're layering, this is the inside of the card, and my layer is 4 by 5 1/4. And this again is soft succulent. There you go. Now we'll leave this aside and we'll do our stamping. So this is the inside of my card. And I had two greetings. One, I miss you, and the other one, happy birthday. So I'll start with the I miss you. I didn't mention, this is the art gallery stamp set. So pretty, and it comes in a bundle with some lovely dies. So I miss you is done. There's a good selection of sentiments in this set as well. Like there's happy birthday, I'm thinking of you, you're lovely, best wishes, thank you. The whole selection of greetings that you can use for any occasion. Here's a happy birthday. And for the flower on the bottom of this layer, I used the Stampin' Up! Markers. So I'll position this flower on my block, and I'm going to use the soft succulent for the leaves. Now, if you haven't tried this technique, it's really simple and it allows you to have a wider range of colors to choose from before you get all the ink pads. So if you're a beginner, you may want to try, a few colors in the markers. Start with one collection, then if you like them, you go to the next collection, and you can pick the stamp pads that you like after having tried them out. So what I'm doing is I'm coloring the stamp, and then I just blow on it, put some breath on it so that it activates the water-based inks. And there you have it. And if you want to add a few touches, you just take your marker and you can just come in here and add a little bit of green. It's a very artistic set, as the name implies, art gallery, so it doesn't need to be perfectly lined out. So here's the inside. Now let's stamp the two panels that will be on the front. And we're going to do another technique for this. We're going to stamp off. So first we'll do the leaves. And I've got a piece of scrap paper underneath because I know that one of the leaves is going to go over the cardstock. So got one going in one direction and the other one in another direction. Next, I want to do the full flower. So you see there's two of them. This is going to be the base, and I'm going to use the pale papaya for the flower. But before I apply it to my cardstock, I'm going to stamp off on my scrap paper and then come and apply it here on my cardstock. So you get a second generation of color, which is much lighter than the first, as you can see. Do that for the second flower as well. Stamp off and then come and bring it in. There you go. I hope the camera can capture this color. Now we'll come with the other piece of the flower, which is a two-step stamp, and we'll do the pale papaya straight from the stamp pad. So this is going to outline part of the flower that we did. So you can see the two tones of it. And here's the other one. Isn't that pretty? So I'll just turn this around so I don't smear any of the cardstock. Bring my two layers in. So my layers are all evenly spaced. I gave them a 1/4 inch increment. I chose the 1/4 inch so that you could really see the soft succulent layer in the background. And I'll do our greeting on the inside. Now the final piece is the vellum belly band. Now because these flowers are so pretty but so soft, I didn't want to cover them with a full cardstock belly band because that would defeat kind of the purpose. So I decided to use vellum. So I cut a piece of vellum and I'm just measuring it to make it fit my card. So I'm not doing anything really special. I'm just folding it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a bit of excess from the vellum. So I'll cut, I'd say about an inch. Whoops. From this side and about the same from the other side. There we go. All right, don't need this anymore. So now I can come and adhere my vellum, and I'm going to use a sponge on my silicone mat to do that. Thing with vellum is adhering it can be tricky. You don't want the tape to show through. So this way you should be well adhered, but you don't see the glue through the vellum. And it fits just right. Whoops. Gotta let it dry. Now the next part is these words. I'm going to add a little bit more because it doesn't seem to want to stick. And this always happens when you're on camera, of course. Okay, so while this is drying, we're going to take the letters that are part of the die set, just want to say. So what I'm going to do is apply a few drops of multi-purpose glue. And position it on my vellum. I could use the tape, but the tape is likely to leave a bit of residue around the letters, and I don't want that to show through. You really don't need a lot of this multi-purpose glue, just a few little dots. And I cut the belly band so I would be able to position all the words within the band. Seems like it's dry now. Let's see how it fits. Here you go. So you can still see the flowers through, and you have the words on top and the nice sentiment on the inside. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I hope you'll be with us and you'll take a look at all the other projects on this blog hop. And I will hope to see you next time. Thanks for being here.